The last couple of months, my main prayer to God has been make everything that I do be out of love. And I realized that prior to this, and even sometimes now, some things that I do subconsciously, I do out of hate. Well, I don't like saying hate, but out of a dislike. For example, I was thinking of how I grew up and seeing the things that my mom has had to go through with men and how that made me feel towards the male species. And I'm like, okay, Maradine, now when I see a man, I automatically think he's terrible, and that's not okay. And I was telling the Lord, hey, God, can you change that? Can you change these things about me? And he's like, sure, but it's deeper than that. And that's why I love psychology, because God has given us free will. And what comes with free will is the way our brains work, our nerves, our neurons, our everything. And yes, God can help me change. However, God cannot just change my nervous system. If something specifically triggers me and I have learned to wire my brain to when I see a man, I get triggered, angry, upset, XYZ, everything bad. I'm choosing to feel that way. I chose to wire my brain that way. Well, technically, it did it on its own, but it was a choice I made. It's due to the choices that I continually made. So now, with the Lord's help, I have to continually make the opposite choice wisely, with discernment, with boundaries. Of course, yes, yes, but it takes some time. So sometimes when we say, oh, why doesn't God just change this about me, change that about me? We have free will. And our free will is what got us in this mess in the first place. But it doesn't mean that free will is bad. It just means that we should just be mindful with the things we do. But what was it? I was trying to say something. I'm working on getting better. So I think that we all should have grace on each other. Just like how if a guy came up to me and was like, I hate all women, I should have grace on him, because I don't know the experiences he experienced. And maybe I could just pray for him and the little boy that went through bad things. Yeah. Have grace. Have mercy. Pray for me, y'all.